Hello and welcome back to Legalese 123. I'm your host, Missy K. We are having technical difficulties, but we're learning. Streaming is dynamic, isn't it? So, we are going to have to do each one of these people individually. It's perfectly fine. It's day one. It's all good. It's all good. So, on the stand or coming up is Clint Benson. He is married to Eric's sister, Katie Richins Benson, and he's going to tell his side of things. So, let's bring him up. Technically, this is witness number 3. So we're going to just kind of have to go a little out of order for day one. But it's all good. It's all good. It will be all in the recap. Everything will be great.
Sure, thank you.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the claims and penalties of perjury?
Whatever's comfortable.
Sounds good. There we go.
Mr. Burmester, please proceed.
Thank you. Can you please state your full name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, Clinton Benson, Benson.
Sir, are you employed?
I am.
How are you employed?
I'm employed by Salt Lake County. I'm their real estate operations and asset manager. I manage their portfolio of 1,700 parcels and about a $5 billion portfolio.
Do you have any other licenses or, licenses? Let's go with that.
I do. Yes, I'm a licensed realtor as well as licensed appraiser.
I see. You are married to Katie Richins Benson.
Yes,
And did you know Eric
I did.
and Kouri?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with the address of 282 Willow Court Road?
I am.
How are you familiar with that?
That is one of our prior homes and Eric Richins' home.
Okay. So you lived in it beforehand,
Yes, we did.
and then what happened?
We sold the home to Eric Richins.
I see. After Eric died, where did Kouri and the kids live?
Kouri and the kids lived at Eric's home at the 282 Willow Court address.
Okay. And then after May 8th, who was responsible for securing that address?
That was me.
Okay. And what did you do to secure that home?
So on May 8th, I arranged for a locksmith to come and change all the locks. I also arranged for a private security company to come out and watch the home until we could get internet service provided, as well as install cameras around the property.
Okay. Once you had the internet, what happened then?
That was when we could install the cameras. The cameras require an internet access in order to record.
I see. And how long did that take before you got the cameras installed?
That was as quickly as possible. So we had private security there. We had private security there for 2 days until we could get that internet up and running.
Was there a person there 24/7?
There was. Yeah.
Did you take any other efforts to make sure no one entered that home?
I also taped doors throughout the property, so then I would know if the door was open, closed.
Okay. Now, did you have any real-time notice if there was some disturbance or something?
I did. So those cameras would send my cell phone a notice anytime something was tripped. So that included even something as small as bug movement would trigger on the phone. So I'd be watching that.
So did you get a lot of notices?
There was a lot of notices. Yeah.
What did you do upon receiving a notice?
Receiving a notice, I would, of course, pull up the footage. I'd review it, make sure there was not a person that was trying to access the home. And at that point, then I would, if there was no one trying to access it, then of course I would close it down.
Okay. If there was somebody?
I would immediately call law enforcement.
Okay. Did you ever have to call law enforcement?
I did.
Did they show up?
They did within minutes.
Are you aware of any entry to the house? Let me back up. Is there a separate garage?
There is a separate detached garage.
Okay. Are you aware of any unauthorized entry of the home or the detached garage during the time you were in charge of security?
No, there was no entry.
Were there occasions when authorized personnel needed or wanted to make entry?
There was.
Who would that have been?
It would be the sheriff's personnel, and they would arrange through me if they needed to access the home.
Were there occasions when you yourself went in?
There was.
Tell me about that.
So I would go in the home if the kids, meaning Carter, Ashton, or Weston, if they had requested a specific item. So they still did have clothing in the home, as well as some sentimental items, trophies, things like that they wanted in the home.
And so, how did that work? Just you did it, and no one else, or?
It was primarily me. Occasionally, there was one instance where there was a live animal in the home. Carter did have a lizard, so I had to have help to carry that out of the home. So I had a family member help me do that.
Okay, but always you were there.
Yes.
Okay, and were there occasions when I think there's been mention about Todd Gabler? Do you know him?
Yes.
Was there times when he asked to have entry?
Yes,
Were you with him?
I was.
Okay. How about defense attorneys or investigators? Did they have access?
Yes, we would. If they did request access, we would go with them, go through the home.
When you were going through the house, did you ever, not through the house, when you were inside the house on any occasion, did you ever see a missionary journal?
I do recall a missionary journal. Their master bedroom had a large master closet that was
Excuse me.
attached.
Who's that?
Kouri and Eric.
Okay.
Yep. So the master bedroom had a large closet that was attached, and I
Okay.
believe it was on the right side of that closet.
Okay. This journal was?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know whether Eric went on a mission?
he did go on a mission.
During your time in the home, either during this period or other occasions, did you see some written coupons?
I did. Yeah,
Where did you see those?
in the master bedroom.
When did you see that? Do you recall?
I
Approximately.
don't recall when I
After
saw it.
after May 8th, 23?
Correct. Yep.
I see. I'd like to turn your attention to October, November of 2020. Were you present with Katie when there was a phone call from Eric?
I was.
Okay. And could you hear the phone conversation?
I could. She had it on speakerphone.
I see. You had met Eric prior to that. I mean, you'd known him for some years
Yes.
before
Yes,
that. So could you tell what his demeanor was like?
I could. He was extremely distressed. I mean, he was really upset.
Angry upset or sad upset or a little bit of both? I mean,
It was a combination of both.
I see. Did he explain to you why he was upset? I'm not asking you what he said. I'm asking, did he explain why he was upset?
Yes.
Okay. Having heard that, did you do something to assist with the situation?
I did.
What did you do?
I knew he was on his way over to our home after overhearing the conversation with Katie. In the amount of time it took him to get from where he was to our house, I was able to pull up the Summit County website, the recorder's website, where I could pull up the property address as well as the parcel ID and be able to view all of the recorded documents against the home.
I see. And when you looked at that, did you find something that concerned you about the 282 Willow Court?
I did.
And what was that?
I found a $250,000 home equity line of credit that was taken out against Eric's house.
Did you pass that information on to Eric?
Yes.
After that conversation, that passing of that information, can you relate to us Eric's demeanor from that point?
Yeah, his demeanor was still very upset and very sad in general. So
Do you know what he did following that?
what he did following that, so we had a discussion about divorce attorneys while he was there
Okay.
as a result of finding out about that line of credit.
So how did you suggest a name?
I did.
Was that on request or were you encouraging?
It was on request, and so I mean, obviously Eric was extremely upset about what was happening, and it was just that conversation we were having where it was the next step would be to get a divorce attorney involved.
And so did you suggest a name?
I did.
Who was that?
Christina Miller.
Did you work out a system of communication between Christina Miller and Eric?
I did.
And what was that? Could you just describe it?
So I was an intermediary. So I would handle phone calls as well as emails back and forth. So Eric, they had requested certain amounts of information from Eric, and I would handle that passage of information.
Okay. Holding here, I believe we called it 8-49, Your Honor. And I overheard we have continuing permission.
Please.
I'm going to hand the witness State's Exhibit 8-49. I'd like to direct your attention to tab 13. Do you recognize what's there at tab 13?
I do.
Could you describe what it is?
It's a customer cash payment authorization form. It's a Ford paperwork.
Okay. Do you know where it came from?
Yes, it came from the Heber Ford dealership.
Do you know, did you get it?
I did. I picked this up.
Okay. And once you picked that paperwork up, what did you do with it?
I gave it to Katie.
Okay. Does it have Eric's signature on it?
It does.
All right. I'd like you to direct your attention to tab 15. Do you recognize that?
I do.
Is that a photograph?
This is a photograph.
Yeah, of that journal you spoke about earlier?
Yep.
That's that same one that you'd seen in the house.
Correct. I saw the front cover of it. It's a much smaller book.
Okay. All right, let's turn to tab 16, please. Do you recognize that?
I do.
What is it?
It's coupons.
You had mentioned earlier that you had seen some coupons in the house.
Yes.
Are those the ones?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to direct your attention back to March 4th of 2022. My understanding is that you were at home in the middle of the night and the daughter was sick. Is that correct?
Yes. My youngest daughter had the stomach flu.
Okay. And you or Katie received a phone call?
Yes. Katie received a phone call.
What did you do after that?
We literally ran out of the house, left the doors open, jumped in the car and drove over, honestly, as quick as we could. So
When you got to the house, what happened?
when we got to the house, Katie went in. I stayed outside for a little while just because I had my daughters with me. I have two young daughters. And then after that point, we ended up going into the home.
When you first entered the home, did you see anything unusual?
My number one priority was taking care of the kids, my two daughters, as well as the boys. So I noticed some hand movements that Kouri was making, which seemed to me unusual. But
Had you ever seen those hand movements before?
No.
Could you demonstrate for the jury what you saw?
Simply like that, didn't seem to me to be an unconscious tremor, but it just almost like just an intentional movement.
What is that supposed to
Once you were in
indicate?
the house, where did you go next?
I went up the steps up to the bonus room that we had.
Okay. Who was up there?
It was Carter, Ashton, Weston, and then my two daughters.
Okay. Did other adults come in and go out and come in and go out during the
They
course of the
did.
morning?
They did.
At some point, were you aware that the medical personnel, the transportation personnel were moving Eric's body from the house to their truck?
We could hear that. Yep.
Okay. So what was happening at that moment?
So that basically was 4 hours. I was up with the kids. We were watching movies, playing games, doing things like that, trying to keep them occupied. Then we could hear the medical personnel leaving the home. I tried to stop the kids from going to the window, but I mean, given 5 kids up in that room, I mean, it was almost impossible. But
Was your daughter still ill at this time?
she is. Yeah, she was vomiting on the floor. But
Okay.
but yeah, so I stopped the kids from going to the window. They went to the window, and I think that was when they first saw their dad being wheeled out of the home and knew that he had passed.
Okay. You said they.
Yeah.
Can you just use names to make sure we understand who it is you're
I
talking about?
apologize. Yep.
No, you don't have to apologize. I just,
So that was Carter and Ashton
okay.
were the two main.
All right. And so what did you see?
So they saw Eric being wheeled out and put into the ambulance.
Did Carter say anything or do anything?
Carter's response was,
Why don't we focus on do first?
Yes. Did Carter do something or not?
his response was somewhat just level-headed. He knew at that point his dad was gone.
Okay. How about Ashton's response? What was that like?
Ashton's his response was totally different. He just broke down and he was extremely upset.
Okay. Were you present for any requests by anyone, including Katie or yourself or anyone else, of Kouri to inform the boys about what had happened or the status of their father?
Sorry, can you say that question again?
Did you hear anyone ask Kouri to tell the boys that their father had passed?
I did.
That morning, after that, did you hear Kouri Richins talk about her plans with C&E?
I did.
Tell the court about that.
She had what sounded like what I would say would be a fully baked plan of what she was going to do with that company as of that morning. She was going to have, his name's TJ Pellegrino, I believe is his name, but she was going to have him take over running Eric's company alongside with Kouri Wright.
I see. Can I have one moment, Your Honor?
Of course.
I have nothing further.
Ms. Lewis.
Good afternoon, Mr. Benson.
Good afternoon.
I believe we've met, but I'm Wendy Lewis, one of Kouri's attorneys. Let's go back to 2012 for a moment. You said that that was when you sold the home, you and your wife sold the home to Eric, correct?
Correct.
And Eric and Kouri were living together at that time, correct?
I believe so. I can't say for sure, but I
Okay.
believe so.
Well, when Eric moved into the home, Kouri moved into the home with him, correct?
I believe so.
And they were married less than a year after moving into that home together.
Yes, that sounds correct.
All right. So that home was always lived in by both Eric and Kouri from the time Eric took possession of it, correct?
From the time of possession, did they live in that home the entire time together?
Did-
I
All right. Yes. Did they live in that home as their primary home? Not talking about when maybe some of them stayed somewhere else, but was that their primary home together from 2012 until the time of his death?
I am aware that Kouri had leased a home in Oakley where she was going to live separately for a period of time. So I can't answer that. I know for certain that they've both lived in that home the entire time.
Are you aware that Kouri never did live in another home during that period?
No.
Right. So you talked about then at that same, well, not that same time frame. You talked about then in 2020 that you helped Eric hire a divorce attorney.
Yes.
So 2 years before his death, you talked about it was that he'd found out some information he was upset about with Kouri, correct?
Correct.
And so you reached out to Christina Miller. You sent an email to her, correct?
Yes, I did.
Asking if she would represent your brother-in-law, correct?
I asked if she would be willing to represent him. So
All right. And you set up the appointment for him.
yes,
Did you attend the appointment with him?
I did not.
All right. But you described yourself as an intermediary, but wasn't it decided that all correspondence would be between you and the attorney, not between Eric and the attorney?
That's incorrect. Eric did attend in-person meetings with Christina that I was not there for.
Yeah, I understand.
The-
My question was not in-person meetings, all correspondence by email, for example.
Yes.
And all documentation that the lawyer requested from Eric was sent by you, correct?
As far as documentation that I knew about, Eric may have sent additional documentation that I didn't know about, but anything that I was aware of, I did send.
All right. So as far as you know, all documentation was sent by you.
As far as I know of documentation that I was informed about, I did send that correspondence.
Understood. And you were the one to gather up the documents from Eric, correct?
It would depend on if it was an in-person meeting or not. If Eric did something in person, I do not know what documentation he brought to Christina.
All right. Let's just take a step back. Did you send the documentation to the divorce lawyer that was requested?
Yes.
And is it fair to say you were doing this because Eric didn't want Kouri to know he was considering a divorce at that time? Fair?
Eric was aware that Kouri was watching his emails and didn't want her to know.
So he didn't want her to know he was considering divorce.
I can't speak for him, so I don't know exactly what he was thinking at that moment.
All right, but he asked all the correspondence be with you and not with him. Email and things being anything sent, either email or mail, was all done by you.
I can't say in general all correspondence.
I
So we
understand.
got to clarify that. It's only correspondence that I'm aware of. So whatever Eric did outside of my knowledge, I can't answer that.
I understand that. And you're not aware of any other correspondence that Eric did. You're just not aware.
No, the divorce attorney would be the best source of that information.
All right, and we'll get a chance to talk to her. So anyway, but ultimately, Eric decided that he was not going to divorce Kouri, correct?
Correct.
And nothing came of these meetings and correspondence, correct?
Well, because of the trust was created because of this correspondence. So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
yeah, so I recommended Christina Miller as the divorce attorney. She recommended Crystal Bowman to manage and write Eric's trust.
I understand that. But nothing happened as far as a divorce, correct?
They did not get divorced, no.
Fair to say that at that time, you and your family, or at least you and Katie, were supportive of him divorcing Ms. Richins, fair?
We were supportive of Eric no matter what the arrangement was. We were supportive while they were married. We were supportive of the divorce as well. So that was his choice.
Now I want to talk about, jump to May of 2023. This is when you took control of the home on Willow Creek. Is that right, Willow Creek? Did I
Willow
say
Court.
that right?
Yep.
It is
Willow
Willow Creek. All right. And you said you had the locks changed. Was that immediately?
As quick as the locksmith could get there.
All right. So within
With,
the week.
no, within a matter of hours, that
Ouch.
locksmith was there.
And then you had cameras installed.
I installed the cameras.
You
Yep.
did that yourself.
I had the help of a family member.
All right. And you installed cameras outside the home
Cameras outside as well as inside the home.
as well as inside. Is that the only time cameras were installed? Were they all installed at that time? Or were there cameras that then were installed later, additional cameras?
There's a substantial amount of cameras. The cameras, as cameras needed more batteries, things to swap out, things like that, I had to add a replacement. And so I did add an additional camera here and there in order to have a replacement on site. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that the original bulk were installed, and then later on I would add supplemental cameras for more redundancy, batteries, things like that.
All right. Both inside and outside.
Correct.
When was the last time the cameras were installed in the home?
Do you mean the bulk of the cameras, or if I brought in another camera?
When was the very last time you installed any cameras in the home or outside the home, to be clear?
That would have been years ago. I mean, it's been a long time.
All right. Now, you said that whenever someone needed to enter the home, you went with them.
Yes.
That's true. So every single time someone has entered that home, you have been present?
Yes.
Now, law enforcement has entered that home many times since May of 2023, correct?
Yes.
And each time there was more than one law enforcement officer that entered the home.
Yes, I believe so. You'd have to check the records.
All right. And they came to execute search warrants on the home.
Yes.
Do you recall how many times they searched the home between 2023 and today?
I don't have an exact number. They would have a better record.
If I told you 10,
Seems reasonable.
does that seem reasonable?
Mhm.
And the last time they searched that home was 2 weeks ago, I believe today, correct?
Yes.
So almost 4 years after Mr. Richins' death, law enforcement is still searching the home.
Yes.
Are you
Wow.
aware if they removed things from the home every time they came into the home?
Wow. Why? I know I'm like ghosty. The sun is backlighting me and I look like a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. Why? Why? What are they searching for now that they didn't have before? Let me
I'm-
back it up.
Yes.
Are you aware if they removed things from the home every time they came into the home?
I'm not aware. You'd have to check their records.
Yeah, I'm just asking if you were aware.
They remove, typically as a result of the search warrant, I would think they would have removed items each time.
And you were there, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you saw them removing items from the home.
I would receive a search warrant and they would write the items that they were there to pick up.
Okay.
So I can't tell you for sure every time they left if they left with that item.
All right, makes sense. Now, there have been other people in the home besides law enforcement.
Yes.
People have been into the home to collect belongings for the boys, correct?
Not people. It would primarily be me as well as occasionally it would primarily just be me. I believe in one instance I had a family member help me carry some clothing out of the home, but that's it.
There was a family friend who came in early on and removed things from the home, true? Or a distant relative.
I wouldn't say remove things. So anything that was taken out of that home was all the children's belongings. So it would be their clothing, if they requested a trophy, if they wanted a fish out of the home, that was a stuffed fish, for example. So those would be the items that would have sentimental value that the
Sure.
kids had wanted out of the home. And that would be me. So they would give me the items that they had wanted. I would go pick them up and then I would take them.
All right. Okay, let's move to Mr. Gabler. Mr. Gabler, this is the private investigator that you and the family hired, correct?
Yes. Mr. Gabler was hired by Crystal Bowman for the estate.
For the estate. And but he was paid out of the trust.
No.
Well, Ms. Bowman didn't pay him, correct?
Yeah, he was initially paid by myself.
So you personally paid him at first.
Yes,
And eventually he was paid out of the trust, correct?
correct.
He was paid at least $100,000 out of the trust, correct?
Correct. You'll have the records. So.
All right. The trust that the three boys are the beneficiary of, correct?
The three boys are the beneficiary. Yes.
Okay. But that money was used to pay for an investigator. Fair?
Fair in regard to. Yeah, in regard to ongoing litigation, that would be it. So
Understood. Do you recall when Mr. Gabler was hired? How shortly after Eric Richins' death?
I believe it was maybe a little over a month after.
All
around a
right.
month.
And part of what he did as your private investigator was to look into Kouri Richins' background. True?
Mhm.
And he looked into everything about her business, correct?
Todd did not directly look into her business, but he in general looked into her background.
Well, he interviewed people about her business, true?
I believe so. I'm not aware. He did his own reporting.
Well, you were very involved in what Mr. Gabler was investigating, fair to say?
Yes.
And you knew that he was investigating Kouri in order to try and come up with something that would result in criminal charges, fair?
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
No.
Well,
Todd-
isn't it? I'm
Todd
sorry.
investigated for the truth. He made it clear that no matter what, we had to be comfortable with the truth, no matter what that answer is.
And the truth that you were looking for was information to charge Kouri Richins.
I'll let him answer that. Ask that. Excuse me. I'll let him answer that, and we need to move on. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, can you ask the
The
question?
truth you were looking for was evidence to charge Kouri Richins.
That's false.
All right. However, Mr. Gabler was supplying evidence to Summit County investigators at least as early as November of 2022, correct?
I don't know the exact date.
When he would send information to investigators, would he copy you on those emails?
I don't recall if I received all correspondence with that. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Did you receive correspondence?
I did.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Of course.
Oh, so they were involved in the investigation. Huh. Did he get all of the emails? Did he know exactly what was transpiring? And what's the objection?
Any objection?
No,
Okay.
Mr. Benson, you could just take a look at this. Don't
Yeah.
read it out loud. Just
Okay.
take a look at it.
Okay.
We're going to get into the emails. Ha 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 ha.
Did you see the date on that, Mr. Benson?
I do.
So let me ask again. As early as November of 2022, Mr. Gabler was sending information to Summit County Sheriff's Officer, to the investigators, detectives in this case, about Kouri's possible involvement in her husband's death. True?
Correct.
And you were copied on that.
Yes.
All right.
Now it's an appropriate time to take a short restroom break, Ms. Lewis.
That would be fine.
Okay,
Yes.
folks, let's stretch our legs. Please rise for the jury.
All right, they are taking a short break, but we're gonna zoom.
We'll call you back in when it's your time. Okay. For the record, Ms. Lewis, to head off a potential series of objections from the state, would you give me a preview of the categories of information that are left in your outline for Mr. Benson?
I think it's all based on what was on direct. Is Mr. Gabler being in and out of the home, other things about people being in and out of the home, and then the night of, or the night day of March 4th, following up on some of the questions they asked.
What the witness perceived didn't do during that time frame?
What he perceived, what, yes. that
Okay.
sort of thing.
All right. Any concerns, Mr. Burmester?
no, not on those.
Okay. Folks, let's take a 10-minute break. But I'm trying to hold myself accountable. If you would help me do the same. Back on the record at 3:55. Thank you.
All right, let's zoom.
Some world is where a great partner and holidays is in slash.
Oh, spinny wheel. Spinny wheel.
Mr. Benson, you're still under oath. Ms. Lewis, please proceed.
All right, so we were talking about Mr. Gabler. As part of Mr. Gabler's investigation, he was allowed into the Willow Court home a number of times, correct?
Correct.
And he would go into the home and look through things all through the house, correct?
Correct.
Were you with him? I think you said you were, but you were with him every single time he went into the home.
Yes.
And did you see him move things around the home when he would go in?
Yes.
All right. And this was, well, let me rephrase that. Do you know when the first time was that he went in the home?
I don't know an exact date. You would probably know that date,
He would know what you said.
or he would most likely.
I don't know it. So that's what I was
Okay,
asking.
all right, yeah.
Okay. All right. But we talked about there were approximately 10 searches between May of 2023. Well, actually, I think April of 2023 and 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
He was in the home in between those searches, right?
Correct.
And in between those searches, he would find things and put them in different places, correct?
Todd documents everything that he does. He records it. I believe he records sound, does everything when he does his own investigation. So
He records, I'm sorry.
I believe he would record it if he was in the home. So I believe it would be at least an audio. So yeah. I mean,
He would audio record what he was doing while he was in the home.
yes, Todd's very specific about recording what he does.
Would he ever video record what he was doing?
I know that I believe he would audio record. I don't know specifically about a video, but you would have to consult Todd.
There were blink cameras in the home, though, or
Yes.
cameras
Yes.
recording what he was doing, right?
Yes.
Did you ever turn those cameras, those videos, or those recordings over to the prosecution?
Those, they overwrite every 60 days. I believe that you've subpoenaed to get the video recordings, which we've given.
You have given those
Yes.
to, who did you give those to?
You. If we were subpoenaed, we provided the video recordings.
We'll get back to that in just a minute. All right, so did he ever take things out of the home with him, Mr. Gabler?
I don't have a specific record of what he would have taken out of the home. He would have a record of that.
Okay, well, I don't need a record right now. I just a yes or no. Do you know if he took things out of the home with him?
The answer is yes.
I'm thinking that he may have taken some documents, but I couldn't tell you exactly. He would have a better record.
If he took anything out of the home, would he provided that to the detectives or to the prosecution in this case?
Yes.
When you were in the home with Mr. Gabler, just the two of you, did you stay right with him throughout the house?
For the most part, yes.
All right, was he ever allowed to just wander around while you sat down in the family room or something?
Typically, I was with him.
Typically, not always.
I can't guarantee that he wasn't ahead of me walking into a room when I was in the living room. So I would think typically I would have been right there with him.
So fair to say that during all these times that Mr. Gabler was searching the home, moving things, he was looking for things to help the prosecution. Fair?
No, that's not fair.
What was he looking for?
Todd was doing his own analysis.
Which he then provided all to the prosecution, correct?
I believe he did provide it. You'd have to ask him.
All right. Now, there were times that you were alone in the home, true?
True.
And what were you doing in the home when you were there by yourself?
When I was in the home by myself, it would be property management type things. So it would be flushing toilets, making sure that water would still run, making sure water wasn't leaking, making sure water heaters were turning over so that way they didn't go moldy, things like that. So it was primarily home maintenance type things. Again, if I was requested to pick up an item by the children, then I would go and pick up those items. But that would be the only reason I was in the home.
Okay, so you were in and out of the main bedroom, Eric and Kouri Richins' bedroom?
Yes, there's a bathroom in there. So
And you were in and out of the bathroom?
yes.
All right. I have a few more questions, but can I just have one moment, Your Honor?
Of course.
Interesting. I still look like a ghost. Ooh. I have some sunlight on I have a window and the sunlight's hitting it and hitting my screen and bouncing off me, and I look like a ghost. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghosty. I'm a ghosty. Ghosty. All right. So, I mean, they're talking, but it's okay. Look, I'm a ghost. You can't see me. Woo! Or maybe I'm a vampire. You can't see me. So interesting that the private investigator that was hired by the attorney who wrote the trust, but initially they paid for him. So technically they hired him and then eventually was paid to the trust, and that everything that he was doing was supposed to be discovering things, whether it was good or bad, but everything that he discovered seemed to go straight to the prosecution. Not suspicious at all. No. Are they saying evidence was fabricated? Are they saying evidence
So in
was
the last
planted?
60 days, who has been in and out of the home?
Last 60 days would be myself. It would be your private detective, or the defense's private detective. It would be the sheriff's officers with the warrant, and that's it.
You're providing all of those videos, correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's go back to the night of March 4th, 2022 for a moment. You said that you got to the house that night, middle of the night, correct?
Sorry, say the question again.
March 4th, 2022.
Okay.
You came to the home as quickly as you could. So about what time was that?
It's between 3:30 and 4 o'clock around there.
Okay. And you came in carrying your two girls, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you saw something unusual.
Yes.
And you said that what was unusual was that Kouri was shaking her hands.
Mhm.
And you found that someone whose husband had just dropped dead in front of her shaking the hands was an unusual reaction, in your opinion?
I don't know how personal I can get. So when a person, so I've noticed quite honestly, when your hand's tremor.
I do have a tremor. That's observant.
Okay, it's subconscious, isn't it? So that happens. It's subconscious, and you can see it. You obviously notice it. So there's an obvious difference, in my opinion. I'm not a medical professional, but there's a difference between a subconscious tremor and someone who's doing this.
All right, let me ask you this: had you ever seen Kouri prior to that day, immediately after losing one of the closest people in her life?
No.
So you'd never seen her grieving prior to this?
No.
So you don't know what was typical or not typical for Kouri Richins, right?
Nope, that's correct.
Okay. All right, you said you took the boys upstairs into the playroom. I guess it's
Right,
like
I mean-
a sort of loft
Oh,
area.
sure. Yes, correct.
And
Does the hand tremoring indicate something nefarious? I don't know why he's bringing that up. Like, what does he? How's that
how's
going
that room? I
to?
guess it's called the playroom. That sort of loft
Oh,
area.
sure. Yes,
All
correct.
right. And how's that room set up? How many windows are in the room?
One.
And are there toy shelves in front of that window?
There are toy shelves in front of that window. Yes.
Okay. And the boys were 9 and 7, the two older boys.
Yes.
All right. So did they crawl up on the shelves to look out the window?
At the time, I don't believe. So that home's been reorganized. So at the time, there was different furniture up there. So there were couches up there. Currently, there's not couches up there. So I think the toy shelves had been rearranged. So before I believe they could actually access that window.
All right. You're not sure though.
I'm positive that furniture's been rearranged in that home, but
But you're not sure what was in front of the window at that time.
I can't remember exactly what toy shelves were in front of that window at that time.
Okay. And so Eric was brought out on a stretcher. He was covered, correct?
Yes.
All right. So what was visible was what we see on TV, a body covered in a sheet.
Correct.
All right. And then you said that people asked Kouri asked Kouri, I'm not sure, that she needed to tell the boys that their father had passed, correct? Actually, I don't think that's what you said. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to put words in your mouth. I think what you said is you never heard Kouri ask anyone to tell the boys that their father had passed. I believe that's what you actually said.
Say that again.
You testified on direct that at no time did you hear Kouri tell any of the family you need to tell the boys what's just happened to their father. To tell the boys their father has passed, correct?
No, that's incorrect. So
All right. I'm sorry, then go ahead. What was it you said?
yeah, so I had heard people tell Kouri that we need to tell the boys.
Okay. 2 questions. First, were you aware that the boys had already told their grandmother that they knew that their father had passed earlier, before, maybe even before you got there? Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware of that, and that sounds incorrect.
All right. And ultimately, it was Kouri herself who spoke to the boys and told them what had happened, correct?
Yes,
Were you there when that happened?
I was in the home, but I wasn't in the room.
You weren't in the room sitting with the boys when she told them that their father had died.
No, I believe I was in the room. So if we're talking about, so that there was somewhat, I think, some different instances where a boy maybe went back into a room and she talked to one of them there. There was also a time when we were all sitting in the living room and they were talking about it there.
All right, I don't want you to speculate, just if you know or you don't know. Were you there when she sat the 3 boys down and told them what happened?
Yes, I was sitting on the couch with my 2 daughters. Yes.
Could you hear the conversation?
Yes, I think she was a few seats down.
All right, and she did explain to the boys.
Yes.
Just give me one moment. I have nothing further at this time.
Mr. Burmester.
Yes, just think through it. Regardless of how the furniture is today, do you have a distinct recollection of seeing the body being wheeled out that window?
I do.
Was there any occasion when you were with Mr. Gabler after charges had been filed? Well, first of all, I'll ask that.
After, yeah,
After
in the
charges
home,
filed,
yes.
ever go in with Mr. Gabler?
yes,
In those instances, did you ever see Mr. Gabler identify something and leave it and tell the police later?
absolutely. Yeah. Todd would not, if anything was of interest, he would immediately call the sheriff's office, and that thing would, and it would be documented.
Did you ever see Mr. Gabler bring items in and leave them in the house?
No.
So I think you testified that Eric bought the home in 2012
Yes,
from you,
correct. Me and my wife.
and the next summer, 2013, is when Eric married Kouri, correct?
Yes,
In the backyard of that house.
correct, correct.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
May this witness step down, Ms. Lewis?
Can I ask just one
Of course.
I say that, but I don't.
I understand.
So you just said that anytime Mr. Gabler would find something of interest, he would call the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Correct, for proper chain of custody.
So as he was looking for evidence against Kouri, he would call them and tell them to get a search warrant?
I believe so, yes.
Nothing further.
Mr. Burmester, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
You can step down, sir. Thank you. Be that there. I appreciate it.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. When Miss Lewis came up and asked for a recross, I was like, you better make this a good question. And she sure the heck did. So whenever Mr. Gabler was in the house and he found something of interest, he was then to call the sheriff's department and have them come out and get a search warrant. If that doesn't talk about planting evidence, I don't know. Are we back in the Karen Reed case? Cool. Did Mr. Gabler bring anything in with him? The dude doesn't know. The dude doesn't know we brought something out or brought something in. We'll see how that plays out. But that's really interesting because, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of his testimony. Kouri bad. She bad. And Mr. Gabler was there and I was the purveyor of the house. All right, let's see what they're going to do now.
The state's next witness?
Deputy
They're
Nguyen.
going to move on.
Okay.
In the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the
Oh,
penalties
it's
of
an
perjury.
officer.
Sir, if you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
It's Deputy Vincent Nguyen, Nguyen,
Where do you work?
Summit County Sheriff's Office,
How long have you worked there?
since 2012.
What's your assignment at the sheriff's office?
Right now as a patrol deputy,
And what about back in 2022? What was your assignment then?
patrol deputy.
What does a patrol deputy do?
Respond to calls and report or document incidents, crimes.
What kind of calls does a patrol deputy get called on?
It could be citizen complaints, burglaries, anything that a citizen wants to report.
Did you have law enforcement experience before coming to the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
What's that?
I worked at the Corona Police Department for over 3 years.
At the Summit County Sheriff's Office, are you issued a body camera to use?
Yes, I was.
And tell the jury about what do you do with your body camera when you're on duty?
So my body camera is always on until I activate my lights or manually activate it on the body camera itself. Then it starts recording.
And was that the same back in 2022?
Yes.
Were you on duty on March 4th of 2022?
Yes.
And were you dispatched to 282 Willow Court Drive?
Yes, I was.
If we could have exhibit 1-1, please. This has already been admitted.
Why didn't the other body camera didn't have any sound? Do you not have
Do you recognize
sound on
this?
yours?
Yes, I do.
And is this the home that you responded to that morning?
Yes.
Is it located in Summit County?
Yes, it is.
What time did you arrive at this home approximately?
Approximately 3:40 in the morning.
And when you entered, who was there?
Sergeant DiBotello, Deputy Pimentel, and also fire personnel.
Was Miss Richins there?
Yes, she was.
What about her kids? Were they present?
I was made aware that they were in the residence, but I did not see them.
And you were wearing your body camera on that day,
Yes, I was.
and it was active.
Yes, I was.
All right. If we could show the witness exhibit 1-4T, please.
You can see it, counsel can see it.
Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And Scott, go ahead and scroll through it so he can see to the end. What is it?
It's my body camera footage with a blurred spot.
I'm sorry, Scott, can we put up 1-4T? Do you recognize
yes,
this?
transcript
And what is it a transcript of?
of what was on my body camera.
Fair and accurate representation of the words that were spoken on your body camera that night?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move to admit 1-4T.
I think you're going the same place I'm going, Judge. There are multiple speakers here. Would you folks approach for 1 minute? On the body, a video that has audio. The audio is also represented as part of a transcript on the bottom. There are multiple speakers in this video. There's the deputy, there's some other people, there is the defendant. You may take everything the defendant says as true and give it whatever weight you think it deserves, if any. You cannot take what the deputy or the other people say is true. You can only consider those statements for context regarding what the defendant was responding to, the effect on the listener. Anything further on that, Mr. Ramos?
No, Judge, thank you.
Okay. So let's see. Do you want to admit
That was a great.
number
That
you
was
chose?
great.
Yes.
Would you give me the number one more time?
1-4 with the letter T for transcript.
Exhibit 1-4T, as in Tesla, is admitted. Where do you want to go next?
Now, if we could show the witness 1-4D, like David. Do you see it on your screen there?
Yes, I
Do you
do.
recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's my body camera.
And is it fair and accurate representation of your body camera that night?
Yes.
Are there any changes to it?
Yes, there's a blur in the middle.
And with the exception of that blur, everything else is the same.
Yes.
And has this clip been cut down from your original video?
Not this clip.
Okay. I'll move to admit 1-4D.
Okay. 1-4D, as in David, is admitted.
And publish to the jury, please.
Scott, is this in a spot you want to start? Understood.
Do we get to see it? Players at home want to see.
I don't have the audio.
Is the audio instantaneous or is it a delay?
No, it
Okay.
should be right away.
I think I know how to fix this. Give me just a moment.
We'll need
If
to
you
restart it.
pause. Yeah. We practiced this earlier. Give me just a moment.
Your Honor, most body cams, there's a 30-second
That's what I thought too, but it sounds like they've edited around that. One moment, folks. Scott, would you do me a favor? Would you
Trying to read.
disconnect from the HDMI and then reconnect?
Her lanyard.
Then, did you plug back in? Okay, will you cue the video again for me?
And no medical history other than his asthma.
I mean, it's Lyme disease, but I mean, it takes over time.
What does he take? What medicine does he take?
Good. Yeah.
Hey guys, and no downtime. To the new professors we got here. He's had 2 Eppies in Narcan. 2 Eppies, 1 Narcan. Blood sugar is 458.
Tammy, you want to come out?
No history. Had chest pain when he went to bed.
What's your first name? What's your first name? Yeah, let me talk to you about this for a second. Let them do their work in there. So what happened today?
We were just fine. We were fine.
When you say we were fine, what time did you see him when he was alert?
We had a drink together at 9 to celebrate something at work tomorrow.
Okay.
We went to bed. I went to bed with my kids. He went to bed in our bed.
What time did you guys go to bed?
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
9:45.
And then what alerted you to him today? Right now?
I just woke up. When I sleep with my kids, I'll wake up and I go back in my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
I just crawled over on his side.
And he was laying in bed. Okay.
He was on his back on the bed, and I just.
Okay. And he was on. You said he was on his back. Okay. Where are your children now?
Asleep in that room. 2 are awake with their ear to the door. I don't want them to come out. Please don't make them come out.
Where are the other 2 at? That are awake?
No, my bedroom.
And where's that at?
It was there first one to your left.
Okay. Is there any family members we can call right now?
Yeah, I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom so bad.
Okay.
I think I don't know. They went on the phone. I don't know.
There. Okay.
I call my mom.
Yep. I'll give you a phone right now. Okay.
I need to call his dad. He's gonna be okay, right? Like I got in bed and then I just got.
Yeah, they're doing their best. Okay, ma'am. Here, you can use my phone.
Mom. Come to my house. Come to my house.
What's going on?
I don't know. Something's wrong with Eric. The police came after us. They're here. I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing. I don't know.
Who?
Eric.
Where's he at?
He's at my house. He's at my house.
I'm on my way.
I think my partner found your phone. Is this it right here? Does he have any medical conditions or anything like that?
He has Lyme's disease.
Lyme's disease?
Nothing major.
Okay. So no heart problems or anything like that?
No, he just said his chest was hurting when he went to bed, but that's, not, he doesn't drink enough water, when he gets on the bike downstairs. I don't know, it didn't. And then he was really tired because he got his allergy shots yesterday morning.
Okay.
With my son, they went to, I don't.
And then when did you discover him? What time?
I got my phone. Maybe 3.
About 3. Did you immediately call the 911?
Yeah, well, I got up, and as soon as I turned over, and he was cold.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like something was wrong, but I just put the blanket on it because I just thought it was really cold. So and then I sat there for a minute, and I just didn't feel like breathing or anything, and so I just went on.
Okay.
And he just felt so heavy.
Mm-hmm. Any COVID or anything like that?
We all just got over COVID.
Okay. And when was that?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay, so not recently.
Well, he just had a negative test. So I was the last positive, and then he had it. So his last negative test was a week ago.
Okay. Hey, ma'am, what's your name? I'm sorry, what was that?
Kouri.
With a C?
Okay. Oh, you are right. We eat gummies. Sometimes I'll go about gummies before he goes to bed.
Mhm.
You didn't seem like you did though.
It's like a gummy, as in like a THC gummy. Okay. And who's his primary care physician? Who?
Herb Lepley.
How do you spell it? How's
Lepley.
Lepley? When was he last seen?
Just a physical. Like, at 55.
When was that?
6 months, maybe. Oh my god, oh my god, what do you mean? You're just fine, you're just fine. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand.
Kids are right there in that door. Yes, you get to the left. Yeah, I think the master bedroom. Or the master bedroom. Basically, she said, went to bed at 9:30. She slept with the kids because then she goes to bed when she was in bed. And around 3 o'clock, moved in her bed. He was cold and heavy. He has Lyme disease. He got an allergy shot yesterday. He might have taken a gummy, THC gummy, last night. So, other than that, just Lyme disease.
I don't have discussion about that. I mean, it's
It's probably gonna be bigger next year.
I don't know. Probably no calls.
I don't understand. Like he wasn't sick. Like he. Did you call someone to come in? I remember.
Okay, 32. What's my case number? Gummy. Yeah, firm. And the complaint's going to be the wife, first name of Kouri.
Seem to have lost the sound. Scott, pause there for a minute. Thank you, sir. Scott, don't change anything for a minute, please. Yeah, don't change anything for a moment. Let me see if I can fix this from my end. Scott, can you go back 5 or 10 seconds and test sound for me?
We're good. We're just waiting for our Emmy, OME, and our detective to show.
And then we get an aneurysm or something with all the blood. That's, I mean, there's a lot of blood for no reason.
Were you first on thing?
We were second. The fire guy was here before us.
And there was blood before they.
A little bit coming out as soon as we start doing compressions with the Lucas. It's when the blood came out. So,
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
No pulse or anything?
No, he was cold. I think he's been out not a long time, but he didn't have a minute. He was nice and slow the whole time. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Pretty young.
Yeah.
Maybe took some gummies.
Yeah, that's what she was
That's what
saying.
she said. And then the hydrocodone. I think there was hydrocodone or something.
It was
96 or something.
2016.
2016, yeah. Pretty old.
Did you take that?
We don't know. It was sitting there though.
It's in the drawer right there.
There's something.
It
what
is.
this right here? Is that it? Are you taking for one disease?
Yeah.
Started to that, and it's filled in 2016.
Yeah, that one.
It's under his name. I think he sleeps on that side of it though.
What's that? That might be hers. Is it in
It's
his
his.
name? Oh, it's his. Okay. That's empty, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we gave him that can. That would have. You know, there's like land there.
And then you arrived. He was already on the floor. Right?
Yeah, she had pulled him down to the floor.
Kouri? I'm gonna need to ask you some questions real quick, okay? Have you ever been in the military?
No.
No. Does he use tobacco?
No.
No. And what does he do for a living?
He owns a stone basing company.
And then when you discovered him, was he on the bed? Yes.
He was laying on his side like normal.
Okay.
I just thought he was cold. It was cold in there, so I put the blanket on him.
Yeah.
His body just felt like heavy, and
And which way was he facing? Was he facing towards?
he was just up, just facing up.
Oh, so he's laying on his back.
Facing on his
Okay.
back.
And then did you pull him to the ground?
Yeah, that's what the lady on the phone told me to do,
Okay.
was to take the sheet and pull the sheet
Okay.
to the ground so I could do CPR.
Okay. What's his highest level of education?
It's a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
My husband active. He didn't just die in his sleep. This is insane.
Any mental health conditions? No. Okay.
No.
How about any suicidal
No,
history? No.
Never.
Okay.
No.
Has he been seen by a doctor in the last 30 days?
No.
Okay. Has any prescriptions been filled in the last 30 days? No. Has he had a history of falling or anything? No. Any history of prescription abuse? No.
I mean, no, when he was in high school and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Pain pills, I think.
Maybe we reacted to his shots yesterday.
He just didn't feel good from them. Like,
He didn't look good last night.
he looked pale last night, and I asked if you're okay, and he said, yeah, but he was saying his chest was hurting, but
Has he have any history of illicit drug use or anything in the
no,
past year?
no, never.
Okay. Do you have the phone number to Herb, his doctor? I can't.
I don't know yet. We'll see what he did.
I know, it's just at the Park City Family Clinic and Hospital, or,
Yeah, I can look it up.
I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
Who told the boys? Kouri said Tom told him. Why did you tell Tom?
Well, they shouldn't have told him. I asked them.
Oh.
not to tell him.
They all know. They told me.
How do they know?
Well, Carter told me and Cop told me.
Would they have told him?
No, I wouldn't.
We were in there, so we were maybe a fire
Do they
department.
know?
Maybe get together.
Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God.
God, that number just kept ringing this morning, and I'm like,
Yeah, because we couldn't find her phone.
I thought somebody called from his cell phone, and then when you Google it, it says it's a spoof number. I'm gonna go over here to these people.
Mom, is the door closed my room?
Yes, we.
They won't let me. Is he still here?
So I'll explain to you what the process is right now. Because he was in good health and his age and everything like that. Okay, our medical examiner is going to come and do their investigation real quick, and then also our detective, just to make sure that everything's documented, correctly. And then from there, they'll explain to you what's going to happen. Most likely, what I'm thinking, because he has no serious health problems or anything like that. His age, most likely they're going to take his body to the
Oh my God.
medical examiner's office just to make sure that there wasn't anything else.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions for me right now?
No. He had allergy shots yesterday.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying.
Last night when I was here.
What kind of allergy shots?
He gets weekly shots.
Hey man, this boy get weekly shots.
We'll just fill it.
Like seasonal allergies?
Yeah.
Okay. Season. And where was that at?
Park City.
Park City.
Family Medical?
No. Jeremy Ranch, Granger Medical.
Granger? Okay.
Oh my God.
I did. They're all watching TV. I said, you guys gotta go back to sleep. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Cam?
Yeah. Need to go over there and sell it to get the van keys.
Okay.
So, is this here with you?
Yep.
We don't know. We went to bed.
Clint's here. He's gonna help. Where are my boys?
The kids are in
This is where's my brother?
He's in this
No.
Corey, is there a way we could relocate your boys upstairs?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'll tell her now. Wait. Mom, stay down.
I can explain to her if you want to go.
I miss everything. I miss his will and everything. I miss Sheriff Attorney. I miss everything.
We don't have to
Go
worry about
upstairs.
that kind of stuff right now.
With the boys. Go upstairs with the boys. I'm sorry.
No, it's all natural, okay? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay, I gotta breathe. Oh my God, I gotta breathe. I just talked to him like a couple hours ago. You just woke up and he wasn't breathing? I went to bed. I went to bed because I'm a nightmare. So I went back in our room and I was breathing. And I just turned over to settle in and his body was just so cold.
So the only information I know from what the medical staff that was here is he was cold to the touch, okay, and it seemed like he was down for a while. So
He was fine, and 9:30. I mean, that's when I went into the bedroom with Ashton. I mean, so unless he went, like, I didn't hear anything. He didn't yell. He didn't say anything was wrong. Nothing happened. Like, nothing happened. Oh my God, this is not real. Nothing happened. Like, I didn't hear anything. And right across the room, like, if he was in pain, why didn't he yell? It sounds like he wasn't. I know, but wait, I mean, I'm such a light sleeper. I couldn't have heard anything. I just couldn't have heard anything. And he just said, Kouri, like, I would have. He was a fool. He was a fool. I don't keep it true. I love my brother. I go talk to my boss with a man. He goes, no, I. Great. And here's your stuff. See? You made it through this. I don't know what we're gonna make it through it. After the most point. Okay. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go. I can't see your back. I can't see your back. I'm sorry, I can't. I couldn't tell you. I can't. Okay, so what do we? You just said. Okay, what do we have to do?
What's that?
Is there anything that we need to do?
So we're just going to document some. So there's some protocols we have to document. Like I explained to them, next thing is our detective and our medical examiner is going to respond to the location. They're going to do their investigation and document everything. And then most likely, because of his age, his health and everything else, most likely. But that's their that's their field, not ours. So for us, our thing is now we have to just secure the scene until they get here, and then once it's released, it's up to them. And then most likely, you guys will be able to,
I think we want to go to the funeral home in Morgan.
Okay. And that's something you could talk to our medical examiner about.
Did you just hear what the sister said? I want to take him to the funeral home in Morgan. So earlier, when she was testifying, the sister was testifying, I said something like, she really has her sort of hold or thumb over the family as like this, like she's part of the family, the head of the family. When she came in, she said, "Where are my boys?" As if they were her kids, right? And then she just said, "Take him to the specific funeral home." Kouri's sitting right there. She's the wife. Why doesn't she get a say in all of this? Now, mind you, he has a trust, and I'm not really sure what's in the trust. But the sister had said that they were all sitting down talking about funeral arrangements afterwards. This is before that conversation.
I mean, it takes a lot of time. Seriously, we were just laughing and joking. I don't talk about tomorrow. We were celebrating. We were just celebrating. You guys know. For what?
So excited.
I know, and then he's like, oh, let's have a drink and then let's go to bed. I'm like, okay, so we did, and then that was it. Good night, huh? Good night, I love you. That was so sweet. Good night, I love you. And then it was so cold. It just was so cold. Was it there?
Is there any like animals that sleep in the bedroom with him?
Yeah, the dog.
The dog on the bed with him?
Most of the time. He's like a 10-pound little sleepy.
Okay. Was he on the bed when you came in?
Was he on the bed?
No, he wasn't in there when I came in.
Is your dad on the way, Katie? I don't
know. He told me, and I just like screamed, and everyone woke up, and then we're here. I don't think he can even function. I'm trying to find someone to go be. Oh, my dad's almost here. Oh.
Oh my God, I can't tell him, Katie. Yeah, I can't even. I don't. It's fine. He was fine.
I'll do it. My sister's almost here.
Can you just please explain to them the process that they can't pass the threshold until it's really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that what you're doing? Okay. Yeah, I thought you were like seeing if I was gonna pass out or something.
No, and that too, you know.
I'm so shaky. I think I'm just sitting until I was.
He had that stuff on his nose. It was like, what is that?
So, like I said, I'm not a medical personnel person, but what the ambulance said was he did have blood in his
saw
mouth.
all the blood.
So,
everywhere.
you know, they don't know. It might have been an aneurysm. They don't know.
His dad has blood clots. I mean, he had blood in his stuff. It was like, looked like snot or something.
Yeah, because when they do the CPR, it gets the blood flowing and it gets moving. And if it's not pumping,
oh my God. Well, when I was trying to just do the chest compressions, it just.
So Kouri, does he have any other medications except for that?
He had high cholesterol.
Where would he keep his medication?
Our house, not for that. Our house cleaner, she's cleaned. I can't find where she put anything. But he doesn't take, his Lyme disease doctor just is weaning him off of his Lyme disease medication, so he's just taking vitamins for that. We gave him something like for the pain because it causes him to, it just burns his body, so he has pain medicine. And
Is it that green bottle?
I honestly, I don't know. That was the one I found in his bag that he just took to St. George because we just went to St. George. I would assume that's that, but that looked old to me. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm sorry. All right, so Deputy Nguyen, I want to show you a couple other exhibits. They'll pop up on your screen there and we'll kind of move through them. So first we'll do exhibit 1-4S1. And let's do 1-4S2. I'll ask you all the same questions about these. 1-4S3. 1-4S4. And 1-4S5. You recognize all of those photographs?
Yes, I do.
Are those still shots or screen grabs from the body camera we just watched?
Yes, it is.
I'll move to admit those 5.
Objection, Judge.
1-4S1 through 5 are admitted. Are we publishing to the jury?
If we could, please. And Scott, if you could just move through each of these.
Now, if we could bring up Exhibit 2-41 for the witness. Do you recognize what kind of document this is?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's a voluntary written statement that we provide.
And whose name and signature is at the bottom?
Miss Kouri Richins.
Okay, I'll move to admit Exhibit 2-41.
241 is admitted.
And if you could publish that, please. And maybe zoom in on the text for a moment. It's a little small.
Okay, it says Eric and I put the kids to bed around 9 p.m. We had a drink around 9:15 p.m. to celebrate work, brushed our teeth around 9:30. We laid in bed for about 5 minutes. My son was having nightmares, so I went to sleep in his bed. My husband and I said goodnight. I love you. Oops. Ah. I woke up around 3 a.m. to go back to bed, and I got in our bed and I went to hug and cuddle Eric, and he was freezing. Put a blanket on him and then gently pushed him and said Eric, but he didn't respond, and his body was heavy, a weird feeling. I knew something was wrong. I turned the lights on and he was pale, not breathing. I called 911. She told me to do CPR, pull him off the bed with the sheets, and I did. Then the paramedic showed up and took over from there. Oh, I have it on mute. Sorry. Let's go
Deputy Nguyen,
back.
the jury will have a chance to review this in their deliberations as well if you didn't have a chance to read it. So Deputy Nguyen, other than what we saw on that body camera footage, what were your other responsibilities that night at the home?
Also a crime scene log, and a,
I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you just move the mic up? Yeah.
Move it closer to your face. Like you can hold the mic towards you if you like.
so a crime scene log and also a death checklist.
As part of that death checklist, are you looking for anything that might have explained Eric Richins' death?
Yes, there's certain questions that we ask and we just fill in the answers.
So you mentioned on the video that you were securing the scene. Was that something else that you were doing?
Yes, I was.
So we also saw in the video that Kouri Richins volunteered THC gummies to you. Did
Yes.
you see any THC gummies in the home?
No, I did not.
What would you have done if you had seen them?
I would document where they were at and advise the detectives and CSI upon their arrival of where it was at.
As you're looking for things that might have explained Eric Richins' death, did you see any illicit drugs in the home?
I did not.
What would you have done if you had?
Again, document where they were at and relay that to investigations.
And same question for drug paraphernalia. Did you see any drug paraphernalia in the home?
I did not.
And what would you have done if you had?
Document where it was and relay it to investigations.
Give me just a moment. Those are all my questions for you. Thank you, Deputy Nguyen.
Mr. Ramos.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, before we get started on the motion, as we were watching the video, I had what had previously been provided to defense, a transcript. And we've seen the transcript that was shown.
Mr. Ramos, is this the same or different than 1-4T?
So, and I'll explain.
Or is it a partial?
So it appears to be sections, clips. So as this was being presented, that's what I was going off of. I noticed that the transcript that was presented is different than what we have.
Come on for a second. Yeah.
All righty. We have a difference in transcripts.
Mr. Nguyen.
Okay.
Mr. Nguyen, good afternoon. I don't know what time it is.
Good afternoon.
Let's start off where we just left off. Ms. Sherbanak was asking you questions about what it is that you did or what you would have done had you found certain things. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you arrived, what we just saw, the videos we saw, that's from your body cam.
Yes.
You indicated that it is always off unless you turn it on. I think is what you meant. I think you said it's always on until you turn it on, but what you meant was it's always off until you turn it on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this case, we saw clips of it. Would you agree that's correct?
That is correct.
That is not from the beginning to the end, correct?
Correct.
Now, you didn't participate in which clips were shown, correct?
I was not.
Okay. Now, at one point, you do turn off your body cam. Do you recall?
I don't recall.
You don't recall doing that?
I don't recall.
Okay. If you had turned it off, when would you have turned it off?
When the call was over.
Okay. So if you were still inside the house doing the investigation, the camera would remain on.
Yes.
Okay. And if you had turned it on or off, you would have indicated that in your report, correct?
Yes.
For any other reason other than the call was over. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you indicated that you arrived around 3:40. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you left, I believe it's Officer Deputy Pimentel. You let him get out, check out. Is that correct? When it was time for him to go off duty?
I think so.
Okay. How long were you there?
I don't recall.
2 hours?
I don't recall.
Were you there when the Mr. Richins' body was removed?
I was not.
You were not. So it was before then.
Yes.
Okay. Was it before or after Mr. Gene Richins arrived?
It was after.
Okay. Do you recall anything about when you left?
I don't.
Okay. Do you recall seeing Deputy Woody, Detective Woody?
I don't recall.
Would looking at your report refresh your recollection? Do you have a copy of it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Could you go ahead and pull that up, and I'm going to see what you have. Give me 1 second. This is different from what I
It's
have.
probably have it on the other side.
Yes. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure there's different formats. So I just want to make sure I have the same one you do. Fair?
Fair.
I'll give this back to you. Go ahead and take a look at that or any other reports you have. Let me know what time you left.
It's not time stamped. So probably at the last paragraph where it says, upon their arrival, I released the scene to Deputy Orgel and I responded to the sheriff's office to book in the photos from the incident and uploaded the death investigation checklist.
Okay. So then if you go to the paragraph before that, does that give you a better idea of who was present when you were still there?
Yes.
Tell me.
Well, while waiting for...
You don't have to read it. You can just, if that's refresh your memory.
So after Sergeant DiBotello left, upon Deputy Orgel and Detective Woody and the medical examiner sessions upon their arrival, then I left.
Okay. So then at some point after you let DiBotello go off watch, you then waited for those three individuals, correct?
Yes.
Orgel?
Orgel, yes.
Orgel, apologies. Sessions?
Yes.
And Woody?
Yes.
So they arrived and then you left, correct?
Yes.
Did you speak with Woody?
I think, no, I don't recall. I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Would you have put it in your notes?
Yes.
Okay. And it's not in your notes?
No.
And your body cam, based on what you just said earlier, would have still been on while Woody, while Orgel, while Sessions were there, right?
Yes.
Unless you would have shut it off,
Yes.
which you didn't.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna put up just a still in just a minute of your body cam, okay? But before I do that, I want to ask you about your body cam. What software or what hardware does your body cam use?
I don't know.
You're not familiar with Axon?
It wasn't an Axon.
It wasn't Axon.
No, it was not.
So what is it?
It was at the time WatchGuard.
WatchGuard. Now, those WatchGuard that you use, does that have an audit trail system?
I don't recall.
Okay. When you're done with a call, what happens to that video?
It gets uploaded.
Automatically?
Upon, I think that system, when we stop it and we go to the station, it uploads.
Okay. And did you do that here?
Do it where?
In this case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
And where did you do that?
I don't recall.
Now, this wasn't the first time you were wearing that body cam, was it?
It was not.
Okay. How many times have you worn that body cam before March 4th?
A lot.
5?
More.
20?
More.
100?
More.
Thousands?
Possibly.
And in those thousands, you've uploaded videos of your body cam, correct?
Correct.
You're familiar with the footage and how to upload it.
At this time, I don't remember because we changed systems, and I don't remember how that system worked.
Does it have a little USB cord?
No, I think it automatically Wi-Fi at that system was a Wi-Fi.
Perfect. So now we have Wi-Fi. Which Wi-Fi? At your home?
No.
Okay. Where?
A secured Wi-Fi at the office.
Okay. So you would have come back here, just across the ways here, correct?
Yes.
And would it have been in your desk?
No.
A separate room?
No.
Where?
In my car.
In your car.
Yes.
So you connect to the Wi-Fi in your car or to the station?
Station.
Okay. So you come back and you do a Wi-Fi upload, correct?
Correct.
Now, at one point, you're told that it's been uploaded successfully.
I don't get notification that it's been complete.
So you just show up and it just automatically goes?
Yes.
You don't press a button saying upload?
No.
Okay, so now the software system it's an automatic Wi-Fi connection without you having to do anything to your body cam. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at one point, you did review what we just saw, or the full length of the body cam we just saw, correct?
Correct.
And you made sure that it was complete, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So if there's actually, let me ask you this. In your report, since you don't remember, in your report, can you please look to see if you indicate that you shut off the body cam for any reason?
I did not.
So you did not shut it off?
No, I did not put that in my report that I shut it off.
Okay. Now, sitting here right now, you don't know if you shut it off before Mr. Orgel, Miss Sessions, or Miss Woody arrived, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Let's talk about how you secured the crime scene. Where we saw you going around the house was limited to the first floor, correct?
Correct.
Did you go anywhere else?
Just the living room.
Okay. You didn't go in the kitchen?
No,
You didn't go in the garage?
I did not.
The detached garage?
I did not.
Okay. Now you took photographs, right?
Yes.
And you started getting bits and pieces about what happened, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you started telling your fellow deputies about it, correct?
Correct.
And you start piecing everything together, right?
Correct.
Okay. You heard, for example, or you saw rather, when you arrived, EMS personnel, correct?
Correct.
Now, do you know any of those? Did you know any of those EMS personnel before arriving?
Before arriving, I didn't know who was responding.
But individually, have you worked with them before?
Only one.
Which one was that?
Sergeant Cernich.
Cernich. He's the one in the red, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Cernich and all the other EMS are talking amongst themselves about what happened, correct?
I assume I wasn't listening.
Okay. When Detective Woody appears, shows up to relieve you, you don't recall whether you gave Woody any information about what you have learned?
I do not.
You would have put that in your notes.
That I would pass on information.
Correct.
Possibly. If not, I would just tell her, explain her a brief of what I observed and to pass on information.
Right, because this is a case where there's a dead body, right?
Yes.
And a detective is coming, right?
Yes.
You yourself told the family, told Kouri, hey, this is the protocol. This is what's going to happen, right?
Correct.
Because of his young age, right?
Correct.
Because he didn't have any mental health problems.
Correct.
Because he wasn't suicidal.
Correct.
All of these questions that you were asking Kouri were important, correct?
Correct.
And you were using it not only to fill out a form, right? It was to gather information.
On the form.
But for yourself.
On the form, so that we're required to ask.
Okay, so you weren't trying to get any information to pass it on to any other detective coming in to see what happened to Mr. Richins?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was getting additional information.
Of course, because
Yes.
this is important,
Yes.
right? Just like as counsel had indicated earlier, precision in this profession matters, and it matters even more in your profession, correct?
Correct.
So, you're there, you're gathering information for whatever's to come, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't know what's going to happen to this case that you were dispatched to, correct?
Correct.
You don't know if somebody's going to be charged, correct?
Correct.
You are a fact gatherer, correct?
Correct.
More importantly, you're a truth seeker, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't care or shouldn't care what this piece of evidence here means, correct?
But I do care if it's evidence.
But that's important. My point is this: is you are going to approach every single piece of evidence equally.
Correct.
Okay. And in order to do that, you need to know what it is that you're looking for, correct?
Not necessarily.
Okay, let's take this example. You knew that they had taken a celebratory shot, correct?
A drink?
A drink.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know he's young, Mr. Richins, correct?
Correct.
You know that the protocol is to have a deputy and a medical examiner come in, correct?
Correct.
Because it's unusual that he died, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So maybe something is in this drink, correct?
Possibly, but
Possibly. Possibly. Did you possibly go to the kitchen?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly tell another deputy he was there, go to the kitchen?
I did not.
Did you possibly tell somebody else, go look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. That possibly is important, right?
Yes.
Yes. When somebody loses their life, it's important, right?
Yes.
You asked, and we all heard, you asked Miss Richins countless questions, right?
Yes.
And she answered all of them.
Yes.
Yes. You asked her questions that were on your sheet, right?
Yes.
And then you asked her questions as things came up, right?
I did. Yes.
Yes. Now, we saw you standing in the hall, and you were preventing people from going into her master bedroom, correct?
Correct.
To preserve the scene. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason you're doing that is because of all of these possiblies, correct?
Correct.
So, one of those possibilities was that hydrocodone bottle, correct?
Correct.
Now, you took a picture of it.
I don't recall taking a picture of it.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of it?
Yes.
Do you recall somebody opening it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of the inside of it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall getting that hydrocodone bottle and putting it in an evidence bag?
I did not do that.
You did not. Did anybody do that?
I don't recall.
Now, having a celebratory drink, you found out, happened in the house, correct?
Yes.
They didn't go out somewhere, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that Miss Richins' mother was also there, right?
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know she was there.
Really? I mean, I won't say it. I think we all knew that she was there because we just heard Miss Darden say, yeah, you look pale. So you didn't know that Kouri's mom was there the night before?
I did not know she was in the house the night before.
Fair. Now, you were told, and you do know, that Kouri said, maybe he took some gummies? You remember that, right?
Yes.
And you have, I imagine, familiarity with gummies, right?
Yes.
Now, to be clear, I'm not saying you take them. I'm just saying you're familiar with them, correct?
Yes.
You know how big they are? They're not that big.
No.
Right?
Yes.
You didn't search for those.
No, I did not specifically search for those.
Not specifically. Please elaborate.
I didn't go out and search because I was not in charge of looking for medication or anything like that.
Oh. So you weren't in charge of it. Who was?
Deputy Pimentel.
Okay. So you told Deputy Pimentel to go do that.
That was his job, to look for medications or anything like that.
Right. But what I'm saying is, somebody would have to tell him, hey, go search for this.
I passed that information to Sergeant DiBotello.
Correct. You're passing along the information. Now, you were there for an unknown time, and you indicated Pimentel was the one who's in charge of looking for that, correct?
Yes, he was assigned for that duty.
Now, at one point, you relieved him. Oh, correct?
Deputy Pimentel?
Correct.
I don't recall.
You just indicated a little bit ago that you relieved him so he can leave.
Oh, when he left, yes,
Yes.
for him to leave.
Correct. You relieved him, right?
Yeah, not the medical checklist duty, but to relieve him to leave.
Correct.
Yes.
On his way home. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So who did you assign to take over his responsibility?
I don't recall.
Could you please look at your report?
I don't indicate that. I did not indicate that in my report
So how would we know if that was even done?
because Deputy Pimentel will possibly write a supplemental report that cover what he did.
Okay, so we'll ask when he's called by the state. We'll ask him. Now, here's a thought: you don't search for gummies. You would agree this whole environment's a traumatic environment.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it is.
For everybody. Correct.
Correct.
Yourself included.
Correct.
I mean, there's such a thing as secondary trauma. Correct.
Correct.
So give everybody some grace. Now, you found out about the gummies from who?
Found out what gummies.
Who told you that he might have taken gummies?
Oh, from Miss Kouri Richins.
Correct. So who would know where the gummies are?
Miss Kouri Richins.
And did you ask her?
I did not specifically ask her about the gummies.
Not specifically about the gummies. Please elaborate.
I asked her about his medical prescriptions.
Nope. We're talking about the gummies. Did you ask her, Miss Richins, about the gummies that she told you about, that she volunteered? Did you ask her where they were?
I did not.
You did not. Did you tell Pimentel to ask her?
I did not.
You did not. So it's not like they were hidden somewhere. You knew where they could have been. Correct?
I did not know where they.
You could have asked the question. You couldn't have asked them where they were.
I could have.
And you did it, right?
Correct.
Now, you have been an officer since 2012. Correct?
In Utah, yes, correct.
What about before?
2003.
2003. In that time, you've learned quite a bit of things. Correct?
Correct.
How to investigate. Correct?
Correct.
How to document. Correct?
Correct.
How to interview. Correct?
Correct.
How important each case is. Correct?
Correct.
Because everybody counts or nobody counts. Correct?
Correct.
Now, we talked about things that you didn't do. Let's talk about one thing you did do. Miss Richins, let's talk about one. Let's talk about one thing you did do.
Had to pause. So here we're back.
Told you how she got into bed and felt Eric's cold body, right?
Yes.
And she starts trying to say, well, I mean, we keep the temperature up, right? Or down, correct?
Yes.
And what do you do with that piece of information? What do you notice?
That the temperature was set at 70 degrees.
Cold body, and you check thermostat, correct?
Correct.
And you even make a note that you thought it was a little warm, correct?
I put down the temperature, correct.
What was the temperature?
70.
And what did it actually read at?
71.
That's attention to detail, right?
Correct.
Because she told you something about a temperature and you wanted to verify it, correct?
Correct.
But it's only what you want to verify, correct?
No.
It's not. We'll leave it. Let's talk about times. Everybody's looking at that clock right now, and I'll try to shut up real quick. But I might need to come back tomorrow, Judge. You gathered information about time, correct?
Correct.
You even get down to the minute at some points, correct?
Correct.
When you're filling out the form, for example. Let's go back to that. You remember there was a group of EMS people, including Mr. Cernich, correct?
Correct.
And you're writing down, what time did you guys get here? Correct?
I did not ask that question.
Did you overhear it?
I did not.
Really? Okay. Leave it alone. You need to document when things happen and where they happen, correct?
Correct.
Because you know that the information that's going to go into your report is going to be seen by other officers, correct?
Correct.
By possibly prosecutors, correct?
Correct.
By possibly judges, correct?
Correct.
By possibly jurors, correct?
Correct.
So, in your report, go ahead and review it and tell me if you identify times there.
There's several.
Let's start with the first. Are you on paragraph, let's see, 3?
Yes.
The narrative? Okay. And what is that time related
The time they had a drink,
Which was what?
9 o'clock.
Now, is that exactly 9 o'clock?
On my report,
No. Did it actually happen at 9 o'clock?
no, Miss Richins advised me that they had a drink at 9 o'clock.
Okay. And did you, I don't know, confirm with her how she knew that?
No, I took her word for it.
Correct. Now, you arrived at 3:40. Okay. What time were you dispatched?
I don't recall.
Were you dispatched? Would your dispatch be on your report?
Probably in the call logs.
Do you have that?
I do not.
Okay. Do you think did it take you 40 minutes to get there?
I don't recall.
I'll leave it alone. So she says about 9 o'clock. You get there at 3:40, approximately, right?
Yes.
Now, during this time, you had some conversations with EMS. I believe it was Offred that we saw in the video. Is that correct?
Upon arrival?
No. During your investigation, during the video we just saw at the end, she indicated, it's the lady who indicated, we think it's an aneurysm.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And she had said he had been cold for a while, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason times are important, right, is because you need to try to figure out, hey, when did he die, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you say around 9, when you put around 9 in your report, or Ms. Richins says around 9, that's not exact, correct?
It's going off her statement.
A generalization, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. When's the next time you see a time arrival there?
The time they went to bed.
And when was that?
9:30.
So you say go to bed. Now, is that really when she closed her eyes and she was asleep?
The time she went to bed. I'm sorry.
Correct. Just went to bed, right? Like to the bedroom to start going to sleep. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Judge, I think I'm pushing it. May we rest here and pick it up tomorrow? No, we're not. Is that okay?
Your Honor, I guess the fundamental question is how much longer?
Oh, he does not look happy. Oh, he does not look happy. He closed his computer. Oh, he does not look happy.
Your patience. Ladies and gentlemen, we've worked hard today. I appreciate your patience. Let's recess for the day. Some instructions, please, with fair warning that you will quickly become tired of me saying this, but I have to say it nonetheless. First, I need you to be back, ready to get back to work tomorrow morning at 8:30, please. And if I can navigate my notes here, give me one moment. This evening, please remember, do not speak to anyone about this case. Don't speak to each other about it. Do not let anyone engage you about the case. It is off limits. Please do not read, watch, or listen to anything about the case. You have to either actually or effectively change the channel. Move on if you see a headline, go to a different website, change the radio channel, go to another TV channel. Please do not read, listen, or watch anything about the case. Please don't post anything about the case. No research, no Google, no maps, no dictionary. Everything you learn about this case, you have to learn in the courtroom. I appreciate your patience. Please travel safely. Follow the deputy's instructions. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. You can leave those on your chair if you want. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you.
All right, let's zoom to see if they put anything else on the record.
Back tomorrow morning at 8:30. Make that happen? Yes. Tonight, don't talk to anybody about your testimony. Okay. Can you agree to do that?
I agree.
Okay. You're free to go for the night, sir. Thank you. Ms. Nestor, Ms. Lewis, anything on the record today? Mr. Bloodworth, Ms. Shervinack.
Yes, Your Honor. Can we have a brief discussion as it relates to chain of custody, the Wainea case, and the state's need to bring in certain chain of custody witnesses, probably beginning tomorrow?
Okay. This is new to me. I don't have much context for it. Help me out.
Do you want to handle it? Can I turn it over to Shirley?
Sure, of course. Always.
Chain of custody.
So, Your Honor, for the benefit of the record and for planning purposes for witness testimony tomorrow, a few days ago, the defense notified us that they are not stipulating to the chain of custody as it relates to the electronics, specifically phones, in this case. I thought they still
No,
wanted
they,
to.
they
Okay.
still got it.
So the state does not intend to call every law enforcement official who handled each phone. And the basis for this is State v. Wainea, 754 P. 2nd 667. Wainea essentially says the conclusion there is that once the evidence is in the hands of the state, it is generally presumed that that item is handled with regularity, and absent an affirmative showing of bad faith or actual tampering, the chain of custody has been preserved. And so the state's position is that the defense has not, through either motion or proffer, made any affirmative showing of bad faith or actual tampering of these items. And absent that showing by the defense, it's the state's position we are not required to bring each of these witnesses in to testify in order to admit these items to evidence.
Will you be laying foundation for, I'm inferring, a warrant was served, this device was seized, it was booked into evidence, it was tagged in this way. That's how we know this information was received from that device.
Correct.
So you'll be calling that witness or witnesses to get to that point.
Certainly how the item was found, and our crime scene technician, and being transparent, our crime scene technician, Ms. Gibson, is prepared to testify. This item was booked into evidence. It was packaged in this way. I secured it in an evidence locker. And after that point, it is released at times for different investigative purposes and always within the hands of the law enforcement system. And so that's the basis for our point today.
In the ruling, are you asking for a ruling today or just putting this on the court and opposing counsel's radar?
Partially the latter, because we want to be able to plan for these witnesses. Certainly it adds quite a bit of people if we are asked to do that. And our position is that, and maybe that is our ask, is without that affirmative showing from the defense that with bad faith or actual tampering, then the state is not required to bring in every law enforcement official who handled those items.
Can we get a clarification, Your Honor, just to make sure so that we can communicate and respond effectively? So she's talking about once they got the phone checked into evidence from then on, you're not talking about the people who located it and turned it into Ms. Gibson. You're talking about once Ms. Gibson checks it into the evidence locker or takes official control of the item. Is that what you're referring to?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. That's the clarification I needed.
Okay, so I think I understand the state's position. Does the defense need to put anything on the record about this today?
Can we talk about it overnight and respond in the morning?
Yeah, can
We
we,
can
the first
send you an
people
email.
that should respond to are the state.
Yeah, we'll talk to Ms. Schwerner.
Okay, we can take this up first thing in the morning.
Yep.
Give me a preview of who you're calling tomorrow. We need to finish with.
Yeah, so we have Deputy Nguyen. We intend to call the paramedic on scene. We have two other first responders who were there, Andy Cernich and Deputy Pimentel. And then after that, we are at Ms. Gibson. So she is the one that we're seeking to admit these items through.
Okay. It sounds like other than her, there wouldn't be testimony from investigating officers who executed the search warrant and bagged the evidence. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
It sounds like other than crime scene tech Gibson, they're not planning to offer testimony of investigating officers who executed a warrant and bagged the evidence.
That's what I was asking. That was my clarification.
I think we now know.
So, okay, so that's a
This is
different.
part of the discussion I think you need to have with the state.
Okay, so they don't want to call anybody except Ms. Gibson? That's
Not comfortable getting into this on generalizations because there's lots of evidence that was seized and it may be different depending on which piece of evidence we're talking about.
I'm talking about cell phones.
There are a couple of those, if not
Right.
more.
There
Yeah.
are.
Your Honor, the
That's
state
true.
intends to call the officer that located the phone, and then the crime scene tech, I think it's almost exclusive to Chelsea.
That's helpful.
That bagged the phone.
So for example, without just for my helping me understand the argument here, I recall the phone that was in the cup holder when Deputy Maynard stopped Ms. Richins when she was in her vehicle.
For example.
For example, who's getting called to say, I took that phone and put it in an evidence bag?
So I think to use that example, the example is something like Deputy Maynard gets called and says, I walked over to Kouri Richins' car. She handed me the phone. I took it. I handed it to briefly to Deputy Woody. I sat there and saw her hold it for a few seconds while she handed it back to me. And then I took it with me to the home where I handed it to Chelsea Gibson, who bagged it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Something similar for the other phones.
Yes, there's phones. There's also, they're the ones that have multiple kind of chain links of custody after the state possession, because they get brought out to be downloaded and put back and then brought out to be analyzed.
But the state's position is once we get it to Technician Gibson,
correct,
we, in the absence of an affirmative showing of bad faith or actual tampering under Wainia, we've satisfied our, my words, not the case's prima facie burden of showing chain of custody.
We have satisfied, yes, everything after that will go to weight, not admissibility.
Correct, I understand.
Except the extractor. We're not trying to be ridiculous. We don't want every single person whose finger ever touched the phone. We haven't asked for that with the evidence. We are not asking for that for anything, except for the body. But the person who extracted all the information from the phone is a key witness. I mean, that's a key part of the handling of the evidence. So are you saying you're not even going to call the extractor? You're just going to call Chelsea Gibson?
Counsel, rather than doing this in real time,
we will
in front of a room, have a discussion with each other.
We will.
Let me know if there's something specific you want me to get into. We
Yes,
can
sir.
readdress this tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay. Some additional discussions may be necessary.
Understood.
Okay. Anything else on the record today, Mr. Bloodworth?
No, yeah.
All right. May we check in tomorrow morning, say at 8:15, just to see where we are before we get rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience today. The court is in recess.
The microphone's not even on. Oh my goodness. Boy, am I having like brain farts. Okay. Let me go back. The first witness for this afternoon was Clinton Benson. Clinton Benson is married to Kouri Richins Benson. Kouri Richins is Eric's sister. And she seems like she has inserted herself into his family. Clinton is a real estate person and found out that Kouri had taken a $250,000 line of credit out on the house. When they found out, Clinton suggested that Eric talk to a divorce attorney. That divorce attorney was Christina Miller. Then after they didn't get a divorce, then Christina Miller suggested that he get a trust and then gave him a trust attorney to talk to. From what I am gathering, there's a lot of sort of like hinty things. And just because I know a little bit more outside of this, if I didn't, I'd be like, what is this? And I'd write these notes to hopefully get them answered. They hired a private investigator, Mr. Graber. Mr. Graber was initially hired by them because he said that Mr. Benson, Clinton Benson, was the one that first paid for it. And then later on, it got paid for by the trust. It was about $100,000. And from the defense's questioning, it sounded like Mr. Graber pretty much had free reign of the house. And so he could go into the house anytime he wanted to. And supposedly, anytime he found something, he was then to alert the police, and the police were going to have a search warrant to come search the house. Something tells me that's not necessarily true, by the way, her wording and her questions. The other thing is who's in the house? There are cameras, but the cameras get overridden every 60 days. This case was, but we did learn that they just had a search warrant 2 weeks ago. So they would have that footage. Hopefully they have that footage and glean something from whatever it is that they're looking for. The police had searched the house about 10 different times looking for things, whether or not Mr. Graber was in and out of the house those 10 times, and then magically something was found. It sounds like the Karen Reed case where, oh my goodness, taillight pieces are just magically found. Oh, look what I found. Oh, look what I found. Do we know? I don't know, but that is definitely where the defense had planted the seed. Apparently, anytime Mr. Graber had something to do with the investigation, he would also email Mr. Benson. So perhaps maybe we'll get into like everything he found. I do know that probably one of the things that they found was talking about some sort of a journal. Could this be the orange notebook journal that they had? There was also something about a mission journal from Eric. Don't know if this is one of the same. So we'll have to see. They, basically asked when did Kouri move into the house, that she's pretty much been in the house since that they moved, but it's okay. Then there was a recross. And I said, wow, there better be a great, you didn't hear me because it's not recorded yet, but I'm just oh yeah, I'm recapping. You were here with me. I said, if Mr. Gabler would have called the sheriff for every search warrant. So it's very important to note that from this testimony that every time Mr. Graber found something, he was supposed to call the police, and the police was supposed to have a search warrant. Did that happen? All right, so we just had Mr. Officer Nguyen on the stand. His body cam footage was kind of telling. There were times that Kouri would cry. There was times that she wasn't crying. There was times she was shaking, times that she was very, very upset. Again, it is super hard to tell because, I've never been in a situation where I've had to find somebody that was passed away, let alone my husband. So how do you react in those situations? Obviously she was dead cold and she had no emotions. I would be like, guilty. But she was doing pretty good, I thought. They asked her about what types of drugs. She said no prescription drugs, no illicit drugs. But again, they found that bottle of the hydrocortisone, probably saying it wrong. And then later on, she said that because of the Lyme disease, his body was hurting, and therefore the doctor would prescribe him painkillers. So why didn't you answer that question before, but now you're answering it? Are you like trying to think of things as they come along? I don't know. But it is very apparent from Mr. Ramos's testimony, his cross-examination, that Mr. Nguyen might have dropped the ball, right? He let the one person who was supposed to be the one going around documenting, looking at things, he let him go from the scene. So he's not documenting things. And then his body cam stops working. He turns it off. We're not exactly sure. We still aren't sure exactly when he turns it off. But when the other people come to relieve him, he's like, oh, I just turned it off. So you don't know what the handoff was. You don't know like what he did or didn't say to the other police about what to find and what not to find. So I think what they're going for is, kind of like in Karen Reed's case with the Bodie defense that said the police just didn't do their job. They just didn't investigate. Now, I don't know if that's a Bodie defense in this case. I don't know what Utah's laws are. So, but basically they are saying that the police didn't do the correct investigation, and therefore that led to gaps and holes, etc., that potentially could have been that Eric did it himself, right? That's what they're sort of alleging, that Eric was the one that overdosed, and you can't prove that he didn't do it. And it's not up to the defense to prove that he did because it's the prosecution's term. So who knows? All right. So that is where we're going to leave it for here for right now. I'll get those other ones uploaded early tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. I'll do a quick recap for the Tickety Talk and the YouTube Shorts and the Facebook. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to hear everything, or if you just want a shortened version, head over to X with my Legalese123, or TikTok Legalese123, or even Facebook. I make like a quick 3-minute quickie video that tells you about what each witness is doing and how things are progressing through the day. So thanks for joining me. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching Legalese123. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more content.